So if you have ever heard, just eat everything in moderation, that is the topic that we are covering today. Hi friends, Megan here. So I wanted to touch on a couple of things that people think about or things they have heard of when they're going on a weight loss journey. Like I mentioned in my last video, if you haven't watched it, I will go ahead and drop it in the comments or try to do one of those card things above, and I'll put it somewhere where you can see it. So in my last video, I shared that I am getting ready and for a great, amazing weight loss journey, and I have been really looking into my health and what has held me back from being successful these last times I've tried and failed. And I've learned a lot from the failures, and that's one thing that's super important when you're doing anything and you're really shooting for the goal, is not to just let it go. If it's important to you, keep working towards that goal and learn from those mistakes that you've made. But today I really want to dig in and cover some mental aspects of it. All right. So if you have ever heard, just eat everything in moderation, that is the topic that we are covering today. So just eat everything in moderation, 80-20, right? Have you heard that kind of stuff? For some people, it is amazing. It is a great rule of thumb to follow. And once you're on maintenance, maintaining your healthy lifestyle and the weight that you want, it is an excellent plan. The trap that I fell into was, I need to lose weight. I need to lose a significant amount of weight to be healthier, to be able to move easier and do the things that I love to do, and just to feel more comfortable in my own skin. And in order to lose a significant amount of weight, you can't just have everything in moderation. That's just how it is. If you do want to lose a significant amount of weight and take a longer period of time, then know that that is going to happen if you do choose to have a little bit more variety, sweets, fats, whatever, things that are bad foods in your diet. Something I like to consider when I am picking good foods and bad foods is not to think of it that way, but think of it how it makes me feel. That food is not bad, but maybe it doesn't make me feel good, or maybe it doesn't give me energy. So for example, I really wanted lasagna the other night. For some reason, I was like, lasagna sounds really good. And then I thought, how does lasagna make me feel? It makes me feel heavy. It makes me feel tired. It's just not an overall excellent feeling. So is it worth it for me to have that and kind of feel a little bit meh, or even worse? And that's something that you have to decide for yourself, but that's something that has been helping me make the decisions of having maybe a healthier option of that. So like ground turkey and broccoli with marinara sauce and some cheese, right? And so that kind of helps me to feel like I am feeding that flavor craving without having those heavy foods that don't make me feel good. Because I also know that I am one of those people that if I start, it's very hard to stop. And that's how I got to this point. So some people will tell you, indulge a little bit, have this and that. Only you know if you're the type of person that can do that without going farther. I mean, if it's a slippery slope for you and you're just going to dive down into that junk food, overeating, eating foods that don't make you feel good and give you energy, then don't do it.
All right, I'll take 1 box of the mint treasures. 1, and that's it.
Why don't I just put you down for 3 of the mint treasures and just a couple of the Rudolphs?
No.
Oh, come on now. You know you want them.
Don't do this. Ross, put me down for another box of the mint treasures, okay? Where are the mint treasures?
We're out. I sold them all.
What? No. Just a couple more boxes. It's no big deal, all right? I'm cool. You gotta help me out with a couple more boxes.
Mom, look at yourself. You have cookie on your neck.
And so that really takes a lot of self-evaluation, good self-talk, And sometimes we talk to ourselves and we say, oh, just a little bit, I'll only have this, I deserve it, I should have it. But we have to think about other ways to treat ourselves. Like, I want to feel good. I want to feel healthy. Is this food going to make me feel good? So is that really a treat? Is that really a reward? No, if I'm putting something in my body that's going to make me feel like garbage, right? So I just wanted to touch on those couple things today about eating in moderation. I do think that it's something down in the future when you've started to reach your goals is something that is excellent. But I just wanted to reach out to maybe a portion of the community that thinks that there's something wrong with them and why can't they eat in moderation. Some of us, we just don't function that way, and that's okay. So really knowing yourself and knowing your body, how you feel when you eat a little bit of something, how you feel when you restrict yourself, is that going to make you binge later? There's so many things that go into weight loss, and that's what I want to touch on with these little videos here and there, is that it's not just calories in, calories out. If you have different goals, you're going to be shooting for different kind of foods, different kind of workouts. So if you have any topics that you want to dive into, I want you to leave that in the comments below. I also probably should have left this disclaimer at the beginning, but I'm going to leave it here anyway for you guys who have continued to watch. I'm a personal trainer and a group fitness instructor. I am not a doctor. I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist. I am just telling you from my experience what has failed for me and what has been successful for me and what makes me feel good and what I do to see results. And so for me at this stage in my weight loss journey, keeping those bad foods that don't make me feel good and add extra calories that I don't need and make me crave more of those foods that don't make me feel good, that make me overeat. I just want to say no to them. And so for me, yes, it is restrictive to some people, but for me, it's almost freeing to know that I can take that out of the equation and then I feel better. Think about what things you can have and consume that make you feel good. So just some quick tips that I wanted to go over. Number one, think about how that food makes you feel. All right, after you eat it. Think about if that food makes you want more of that food. Can you stop? Can you stop? Right? Not anyone else. It's not what anyone else says. Can you have a little bit? All right. And will that make you feel good, not just physically, but like mentally and emotionally? Is there a replacement for that food? You're craving a texture, a flavor. Look for alternatives of your favorite foods to be able to put in that place. And I also like to do something where I'm adding a little nutritional value. So if I'm getting like a little bit of a treat, but I can make it in a healthier way, then I really do feel like I'm getting a treat because I'm getting those flavors that I wanted. And I'm also fueling my body with energy and nutrients and things that it needs and wants to continue to thrive and get better. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video and watching all the way till the end. I really encourage you guys to leave some questions or topics in the comments below about maybe myths that you've heard, things that you want to know are true or false, at least when it comes to me, maybe what your goals are and the best way to reach your goals. And I can dive into some of those topics and we can have a good conversation about that here. So thank you guys for tuning in and I will catch you next time. Bye.